The Hamas terror group released footage showing its members capturing scores of Israeli soldiers during an attack on a military base on the Gaza Strip border Saturday. The multi-pronged attack, which came a day after Israel marked the 50th anniversary of its surprise Yom Kippur invasion, appears to have taken the Israeli army and security forces completely by surprise. Residents said Hamas gunmen had seized at least one military base and that gunmen had moved through communities bordering Israel, killing and capturing residents, apparently encountering little resistance from Israeli forces. Other clips circulating on the internet allegedly show Israeli civilians taken hostage by the terrorist group. Arab media claimed that 52 Israelis were captured. It turned out that some of those caught were killed. The military has refused to provide details about casualties or abductions as it continues to fight infiltrators. Social media was filled with videos of Hamas fighters parading stolen Israeli military vehicles, including a tank, through the streets, and of at least one dead Israeli soldier in Gaza being dragged and trampled by an angry Palestinian crowd chanting "God is great." The Magen David Adom Rescue Service said 2 of its ambulances were seized and at least one doctor was killed. 6 hours after the invasion began, Hamas militants were still engaged in gunfights within at least 7 Israeli communities and one army base, in a surprising show of force that shook the country. The infiltration of fighters into southern Israel marked a major success by Hamas, forcing millions of Israelis to take shelter in safe rooms, sheltering from rocket explosions and ongoing gunfights with Hamas fighters. Cities and towns were emptied as the army closed the roads near Gaza. "We understand that this is a big thing," Israeli army spokesman Lt. Col. Richard Heck told reporters. He said the Israeli army had called in its reserve forces. Heck declined to comment on how Hamas managed to catch the army off guard. Israel built a huge fence on the Gaza border to prevent infiltration. It goes deep underground and is equipped with cameras, high-tech sensors and sensitive listening technology. Ynet news site reported that security forces were examining whether recent riots on the Gaza border were actually a cover for terrorists to plant explosives used to breach barrier. TCAEC 9 BCPIP 5 DBMIY 3RZ. N12 October 7, 2023. Residents of communities along border described terror they experienced continued to call for help and reported terrorists opening fire on kibbutzim, other residential areas. They said that most of time there was little or no IDF presence on streets. A resident of kibbutz Beeri told Channel 12 that his father was kidnapped by Hamas terrorists from the southern border area and taken to the Gaza Strip. "He texted me that they were home," she said through tears. He too